Hi, I'm Amy Elizer with UT Extension's Hardeman Healthy Outreach here at beautiful Sand Beach Lake Park with Mark Woods, who's going to share his story of lifestyle change, health improvement. Right, Mark?
That's correct.
All right. Excellent. Here we go.
I turned 59 last year, and I decided this was going to be a year of me. I pastor a church.
Yes.
I've spent the last multiple years tied to a desk and didn't get the exercise that I needed and didn't eat correctly. And I put on quite a bit of weight and experienced increasing health problems. So I was gifted a birthday gift by my church, and I decided to use it to buy a bicycle with, because when I was young I used to ride in things for St. Jude, 20-mile rides. And I thought I would try to get back some of the help that I needed. So I began riding the 31st of July last year. My first ride was 5 miles. I ride alongside Highway 64, just right from where my church is, going towards Hornsby.
Yes.
My first ride, like I said, was 5 miles.
Right.
And I have developed that since then. Since July 31st of last year, I've ridden 1,200 miles, and that's burned 65,000 calories. I have lost about 40 pounds since December.
Wow.
And have lost all of my blood pressure medicine. Lost my cholesterol medicine. I'm not on anything except for just some basic stuff for my bones.
Right. So you've been a loser.
I have been a loser. That is my message. It's good to be a loser. Lose weight, lose an attitude, lose financial problems, lose health issues. And that's the thing I want to impress upon people is you've got to take the bull by the horns and do something. If you find yourself in the situation I was in, you need to lose weight. You need to get off medication to make you feel better. Get more active. Get out and start and do something different from what you're already doing. Right?
Was there something that triggered that?
Just my general overall health and well-being. I just did not feel empowered to do the things I wanted to do. I've always been active and very active with my grandchildren and doing things, and I was finding myself tied more to a recliner than I was to doing something active. So I just thought it was time for me to make a change in my 60th year. I turned 60 last month, and I feel better now than I have in years. I've gone from a waist size 40 down to a 33, 34, and I'm just able to do more than I could do back when I was much more heavy.
And you mentioned that you had gone off some medications as well.
I have.
So with all of that, you've chosen cycling, and you shared your typical route. So tell us a little bit about why you chose cycling, a little bit more about that.
Well, I retired law enforcement. I've had several sports injuries when I was younger. I was a soccer player in high school and a coach and referee up through several years, and was injured as a police officer in several motor vehicle accidents. And low impact is the better thing for me than trying to run or jog, because it just hurts me so badly. But bicycling is something that pretty much anybody can do without impacting your hips or your knees. So that was my decision, was to use the bicycle as a ability to get me where I wanted to go.
Well, that's a good point. You can use it as active transportation.
Absolutely.
It's a little tougher sometimes than walking. It's slower to walk places, but...
Well, when I'm taking a car to co-op or something, I'll throw the bike in the back of the vehicle and I go there and ride my bicycle home.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be able to...
It's not just exercise, but exercise goes along with transportation.
That's true. Do you have any of your own personal tips or reminders, things that you do to make sure you're able to be safe and be seen?
Well, I've got warning lights mounted on my bicycle because I do ride alongside a main highway. A flashing red light on the back. I've got a headlight on the front in case it gets dusky or dark. Stay on the side of the road as much as you can. I personally avoid two-lane roads because I know how challenging they are to other drivers, and I've actually known people who've gotten hit on a car or by a car on a bicycle. So I sort of avoid the two-lane roads for the most part. Always ride in the daylight if you can, and take a friend with you if you can. It's great to cycle in in pairs.
That's true. You can help encourage each other through those long hills, I guess.
Correct. It's also a matter of encouragement by actions. If you've got someone who exercises with you, you sort of compete at times, so you can push each other to aspire to more.
This is true. I know recently watching a little bit of cycling on the Olympics, they were talking about, pairs running together on teams to encourage each other. So it's the same for those of us who are not elite athletes, I suppose.
Well, I have a friend, I don't ride with someone, but I have a friend who is into bicycling, and we're both doing the same thing. We just ride our bicycles together in different places.
I see.
His home and me at mine, because life is busy. You can't always get together with somebody, but we also encourage each other with weight loss and with aspiring to more on our bicycles.
That's great. Well, so with that, you mentioned wanting to ride on the busy highways. You also said, should you have a problem, a flat tire or
A medical emergency.
A medical emergency. If you're on the 4-lane, you feel like you're more likely that you'll be seen by someone to get help if you needed it.
That is correct.
Now, I noticed on your bike, I think I noticed your cell phone mounted there, so you've got it with you.
That's correct. I carry it with me, but I also use that. I use a program that navigates and shows how much distance I've gone, how fast I'm going. That also compels me at times to speed up. I actually set my goal to my heart rate.
I see.
Goal is to hit level 4 on my heart rate, which is around 145 beats per minute at my age, and that is where I receive the most healthy. And my
That's true.
goal is to ride at least in that rate around 30 minutes every time I ride.